Hey guys, welcome back to another video in Denmark. So today's video is focused towards all the nurses who are planning to come to Denmark or wants to know the process of getting an authorization. So you might be studying or you already done studying and working in other countries and wants to come to Denmark. So in this video I'm going to be sharing with you the whole complete process, how you can apply for an authorization, how you can get that, and this is specifically towards the non-European people. So if you are from non-EU, this video is for you. So without wasting any time, let's get to it. So this process of getting an authorization involves 3 steps. The first steps is your application and processing and assessment of your education qualification. And the second one is the language test. And the third and the last most important one is where you get the authorization is employment for adaptation and training purposes. So that is where you go on evaluations training at the hospital. So let's start with the first step. The first step is the application process and the assessment of your educational qualifications. So in order for you to submit an application, you have to go onto the website of Danish Patient Safety Authorities and download an application form. So before you download, actually you have to fill up the application form and send it electronically. And then after you send it electronically, download that form and also sign in physically. And then you also have to send that application form by post. So you have to send it twice, electronically and by post. So when you send the application form by post, you also have to add your other documentation, for example your diploma or your degree that you have in your nursing, and all the transcripts if it's necessary, if they ask for it. So, and also remember that they have to be in English, or if they are not in English, get them translated. So once you have them translated, also get them attested, which you can get it in any country where you have a higher commission who does this, gives you an apostille stamp. Apostille stamp is where you get documents verified. So it is recognized internationally and accepted. So please do that before you send an application. So once you have submitted the application, you will receive an email from them that they have received your application and they are going to start the assessment of your application. So they assess the application based on one individual application that they have received. So they are very thorough because they want to do the verification of each individual and know if it is the right person, and also if you are available for testing further. So this may take a little bit time because they right now at this moment, today is 25th of July 2022, and they are still assessing the application that they received in November 2021. So you see there's been a little bit time because when I read on their website, they say they have hired more people so they can assess the application much faster and smoother. So yeah, you have to be patient and wait for your turn. Also, one thing is like during this assessment process, if they require extra documents, that they will write you an email, and please continuously keep checking your emails, and especially in the spam folder also, if you are not receiving it in the mail inbox. So if you receive that in the spam folder, please move that to the inbox so you can, next time they send you an email, you get that. So be very active and reply to their emails faster, because that's what they mention in their websites. The application processing time, it varies, because if you have submitted the application before, it will be much faster. So they say it's first come first serve. It's like they process the application in the order which they have received. And also if you are in Denmark, or if you have a residence permit or a CPR number, which is a social security number here in Denmark, so your application will be processed much faster and you'll get the first priority, because they don't have to think about giving you a visa and all the other things that are involved in this process. So yeah, that's one thing. So yeah, once they have assessed all your documentation and everything, and they are satisfied, you will receive a letter on your email saying that you have been approved. And on their website they say that you will get 3 years in order for you to complete this whole authorization process. So keep that in mind also when you come to Denmark and studying language, or if you're studying it before. Yeah, so you have only 3 years. So if you're going past these 3 years, so you probably have to contact them again and send an application again or something. So the second step in this process is the language test. So Danish language is not often you will find it being taught in other countries, but of course if you're planning to come to Denmark, you can always take online lessons or something. But once you have received your visa and you come to Denmark, every resident of Denmark who have a residence permit or a social security number, they are allowed to go to the language school free of cost. So the Danish language test is called Danske Prøve 3, so Danish test 3. It has 5 modules, so you have to complete all those, and the 5th module being the final exam. So the Danish test have 3 comprehensions, so reading, writing and speaking. So in this comprehension they have set a minimum scores that you have to score in order for you to apply for authorization and go on to the next step. So you also have to be very careful, and it's not actually difficult to learn Danish if you're learning it full time, because I have been through this process. I have learned part time. That's why it took a little bit longer time, because I was also studying and working. So but for you the whole purpose is to do it full time and pass this test. So it has those 3 comprehensions. So the comprehension 1, which is speaking, you have to score minimum of 10 points. So in Denmark we have this grading scale up to 12 points. So you have to score 10 in the speaking comprehension. So because 10 is very important here, because that will is the most important, because how your communication will be with your colleagues or your patients. That is why it is very important that they have set the standard of this comprehension a little bit higher as compared to others. So the other 2 comprehensions of reading and writing, in that comprehension you have to score minimum of 7 points. So so you're also good at that. So just remember this. And also the exam for this is happened only twice a year. So if you fail by chance, so be ready to apply for again. But because it's only happened twice a year, so you have to be very extra careful, because you don't have so much time. You have only 3 years. So it happens, I think, in May or June, and November, December. So that's the 2 times in the whole year that it happens. So yeah, once you have the good scores in this Danish language test, so you go to the next step. So let's look at the next step. The last step is the employment for adaptation and training purposes. So this is the most important step where you will get the authorization from the Danish Patient Safety Authority. So once you have this, once you come to the last step after the language test, so you have to find a specific position in the hospital by yourself. So they mention on the website that you have to find the position in the hospital yourself. So but you should not be scared of not getting a position, because there are many hospitals in Denmark and they have a special portal for this kind of job applications, job listings. So for example, they post, all the hospitals post their job listings there, for whether it is doctors, nurses, or anything other healthcare related. So you should be okay to get any position. So there are many hospitals in Denmark, and you should not be scared of not getting it. So yes, of course, if you don't get it, you can always contact Danish Patient Safety Authority and they will guide you the right way. So once you have gotten yourself a position in the hospital, you have to contact the Danish Patient Safety Authority, because before you start this employment for adaptation and training purposes you have to get a temporary authorization, which is called Authorisation in Danish. So you have to fill up the form at the Danish Patient Safety Authority's website, and then they will approve this, and then you start your employment. So it is said on the website that minimum of 6 months that you will have to work. So that totally depends upon the hospital, how long they want to test your clinical skills and communication skills and everything that you have learned. so far. So yeah, that totally depends on the hospital. So I'm not so sure about the salaries, but I think you will get some kind of a stipend when you start. It won't be so much, but should cover your minimum expenses and yeah, other stuff. So yeah, so during this whole process, they will test your clinical and communication skills, and probably you'll have to go on the courses and stuff which they will provide, and you will be trained properly. So at the end of this training, they will send a feedback to the Danish Patient Safety Authority. So there are only two things that can happen: is either you get a positive feedback or the negative feedback. So if you get the positive feedback, congratulations, you will get the Danish authorization to practice your nursing here in Denmark. But if you get a negative assessment and feedback, and it states that it is unlikely that you will improve on your skills, communication skills and clinical skills, then the Danish Patient Safety Authority will take the next step, because they have not mentioned if they will cancel your visa or something like that. So Danish Patient Authority is the higher authorities here who will grant you the visas and also the authorization here in Denmark. So that's it, guys. That is the complete process. So it could take a little bit time for you to get started, but be patient, and once you apply for the application, just be vigilant with your emails and check your spam folders, and just be patient that you will hear from them definitely. So if you have any questions regarding this, please write me in the comment section. If I can't answer them, I will guide you to the proper authorities who can. So if you like this video, please subscribe to the channel and let me know in the comment what else you would like to see on this channel. So thank you for now, and bye bye.